I have never seen a tiny house in person until today. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Casey Sue. Welcome back to me sharing my journey with you guys on my pursuit of living life to the fullest. So I was editing Jack's vlog this morning and he was down at Accelerate Auto, and there is a tiny house being built right next door to their shop, and I've never seen a tiny house like in real life. We have like a tiny house estates here in Elizabethtown, but I've never like truly walked through and experienced a tiny house before. And I've always been like super fascinated by tiny houses, and which is hilarious because Johnny's and mine's house is the exact opposite of a tiny house. It is rather large, and that's mainly because I love being able to host family and like have plenty of space for family to come and visit. So that's where we're heading right now this afternoon to go check out and see it in person. Alright, so I made it down to Accelerate Auto, swung by and said hi to Brody, and this right here is the tiny home being built right across. It is so insane to see in person. Literally, like I said, I was editing Jack's vlog this morning and I couldn't help but come check it out and see it in real life because I've never been inside a tiny home, and it is just wow to see it in person. The design is just spectacular. Where'd you get the inspiration of this style for this one?
Well, so I did basically a version 1. This is version 2 of this one. So I did a design like this previously, and it didn't quite come out to everything that I had dreamed it up to be in my mind. And that was due to some limitations that I had with the trailer that I bought. It was kind of a used project. So this one I got to start fresh down to the trailer. You know, I ordered like a custom trailer, and this is steel studs as well, and so it was really nice to kind of see it all come together with the rooftop deck and the skylight and the off-grid package, and
yeah,
these stairs like fold down as well. So
wow,
that's
I love the live edge wood.
Me too.
It looks
Slabs,
beautiful.
love them.
Do you do all the woodworking yourself?
Yeah. So all this has been done by me.
Nice. My husband's super into woodworking right now. Yeah, he just bought a wood mill.
Like a big like log cutter?
Like a big log cutter, like throws the log on, like
Yeah.
does it. I was like, oh my gosh.
So you can make your own slabs then?
Yeah.
Nice,
So
right.
that's really neat.
Yeah, so like that's like to help you from not falling out. And then on the other side, there's a rope system to help you with that. So it kind of like goes with the macrame type feel.
Is this typical for tiny houses? It makes sense having like mirror-like.
This house is anything but typical for a tiny house.
Oh, really?
I've worked with tons of tiny houses, and I'm trying to do what other people are not doing. So I kind of pride myself in that, you know. There's so much you can do with these things, and it's just some builders don't, I don't know, they just see it as like a money grab. But I think there's so much more to these things than most people kind of give them. It's not just, it's gonna sound cheesy, but it's like a lifestyle versus just, you know, it makes you think totally different about how you're living and everything that you're consuming, what you need versus what you want. And like, you know, in a space like this, you can't just bring in everything. If you bring something in, you kind of have to take something out. So
yeah, I could definitely see how these kind of builds can get very cookie cutter or like cost effectiveness with all the materials, but like really what you're doing is adding your own spin design for purpose and reason for every element.
Yeah, I'm trying to like take it to the next level. Like there's not a lot of people that do rooftop decks, especially the way I've seen that one, and then, you know, with the slabs and the folding stairs, and
wow.
I'm trying to go after like a bit of a niche market with the off-gridness too. Like I build them smaller. A lot of people build them very large. They kind of just go like as big as possible, and it's like, Well, that's cool and all, but it's easier. The more space you have, the easier it is. So like the less space, I see it as a challenge as well. So that's.
It's the top deck. It's very nice and intimate setting. You really get a nice view. It is 94 degrees outside, I'm pretty sure. Feels like 100 out here, but this umbrella right here makes a really nice touch to this top deck. Like Cody was just saying, like being right here next to the trees, like I could just imagine this thing just nestled in the woods, which you could totally do because he's made it completely off-grid.
That's all powered by these batteries,
These
which
batteries
can be charged by solar or it can be charged by, just plugging into the grid. So.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm gonna actually close this up. Take a shot of this capybara because he's awesome.
Oh wow! Every part of the details matter. So does your girlfriend design the staging?
These are all things from her house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she has her own Instagram following of her tiny house with like good amount of subscribers. Yeah, it's just her. She just posts pictures of her house, like you said. Not even like updates, just like her and her cat or dog or like whatever. And
oh, nice.
It's just really yeah. She lives in one double this length, so it's 32 feet. This one's 16, so you could do a lot more in those. But
wow,
it's still hard. It's still hard to design like a functioning space, and the 8 feet wide is really kind of what gets you. The length isn't so bad, but
yeah.
This was a big hit in my last house was the wood shower.
Wow.
So I went with that again.
So where does this drain out to? Just like.
So there's actually a holding tank underneath the shower, but it also just drains out. There's like a pipe underneath that you can connect to if you have to or you want to.
Nice. Are you guys musically inclined, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That guitar is so pretty.
Yeah, we're trying to make it work here somewhere.
Yeah.
It kind of fits the colors, but she's particular about where she likes, certain design items. So I just let her do her thing.
I love the wires right there. Really, really, really pretty design.
The trick is separating space without building physical walls,
Mm-hmm. Giving that illusion of like separate spacing.
Without, as soon as you start putting up walls in a tiny house, it becomes very tight very quickly. Even these mirrors kind of help to trick the eye. You're not necessarily looking directly at them, but in your peripherals, you'll get a double height of the wood on the wall there. And it kind of reflects the light. And same here, reflects the outdoors. So it's almost like you're getting two windows there instead of just the one.
Wow. All right, that felt a lot heavier than I thought it was.
Yeah,
gonna be.
it is a little bit heavy.
It's taken a lot of muscle.
Two hands probably the best approach. But these are supposed to help. These are actually spring hinges, but they do more of the work on this end. Here, not once you start getting further out, it becomes heavier and heavier.
But it really helps to feel like it doesn't feel cheap. Like it feels like everything was made with purpose, and it's not like love like the little halves.
I had to do that because of the.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. I love the rope on the other side.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like
first time I did something like that, it turned out really well.
Yeah, like you said, like creating that separation but still keeping it open.
Yeah, you would lose that window, all that light there, and in my last one I did put a wall there, and it felt a little closed in up there. And so this one, you want to have some fall hazard protection, but I think leaving it open like that adds a nice design touch, and that you can use like the rope or like this to stop you. It just gives you like another opportunity to flex your creativity. But it also allows you to get that view of the morning sun coming through your skylight in the bathroom, or wherever it may. If there's a mountain or wherever you park the house, there might be a good view there that you're missing out on.
All right, so that was number 4 that Cody has built, and so now we're gonna go take a look at number 5 that he has started on.
It's basically the same layout. It'll have the rooftop deck, skylight. The interior just hasn't been really started yet. But it's a good chance for you to see. Like I used hemp wool for the insulation. and the steel studs as well. Those are two kind of different things that are not standard in residential building.
Wow. It's so crazy to see like where you start from.
Right.
This is not even like the start. This is like well into
this is a lot of work to get to this point, but there's still a lot of work to do. I'd say this is like the halfway point.
So I've had this Insta360 camera for a while now, and I've been wanting to test it out and try it out on something really cool. And what better to test it out on than a tiny house tour? Today was quite the adventure. Wow, I'm just super stoked. It was really awesome to hang out with Cody and meet some other guys here at Accelerate Auto and see what they are working on. It's so cool to be surrounded by other creative people and learning about their process, and there's just a lot of common similarities between creators. You know, we're all very passionate about what we're doing, and just love it when we're able to share that piece of creativity and what we made with others. It's really, really neat. And I just feel very driven now to keep creating video content and sharing other people's stories. So thank you so much for coming with me on this grand adventure. I am very, very excited for just the future in general. I'm just excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day.